Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the Ingram in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for December 23rd. This is the second to the last new arrival video for 2022. It's been a crazy year. A lot of stuff has happened. But we'll see what 2023 brings. I think 2022 is a good year for me. Hope it was for you guys. 2023 might be a little bit rougher. But we're going to find out real soon. Okay, a few things. I got a whatnot actually today, this Thursday, at 2 o'clock Arizona time. I think 4 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock Arizona time. It's going to be from the Jazz collection. You can go on to the whatnot now, click the link below. That'll take you directly to my stream. It's going to be about 100 jazz collection, 100 jazz records from that jazz collection I showed you guys. Music Matters titles, out of print stuff, original. There's great OG stuff in there. Check out the link below. Also, I am adding, and it's been a while, I got to do a little maintenance on, excuse me, on the list. I am adding this to the top 100 in-print analog records you should own list. It should have been on there before, but I've been a little sidetracked lately. John Coltrane, Blue Train. Now this is a Blue Note tone poet. I wish they did more of the higher caliber titles as tone poets. That's something they said they're not going to do. But they did it for the mono and the stereo. I put the stereo on there just because of what you're getting. You're getting the album, all analog, dedicated stereo mix, but you're also getting a bonus disc with the stereo, also all analog. Very seldomly do you get outtakes and unreleased material as audiophile, all analog. That's pretty unique, but this was done 100% all analog. Really nice. So, like I said, fantastic. It's a key title in the genre of jazz. It's one of Coltrane's key titles. It's all analog, cut by Kevin Gray. Sounds fantastic. That's going on the top 100 in-print analog records you should own list. I'm going to add some more in the next week or two as well. So I'm going to kind of fill that list out. I had to take a few things off the list back over the summer. But we need to get that filled back up. And some things have dropped off just organically because they're out of print. Okay. 5 pre-orders to tell you guys about, 4 or 5. So the first one is they're putting Cakes Prolonging the Magic as a standalone disc in print. That is March the 10th. It was in the box set, but I don't think it's ever gotten a standard release to my knowledge. And I put a few Mobile Fidelity pre-orders up. The first one is the Whitney Houston Super Vinyl title. I got that listed on the website. The 2 Eagles titles that are up next, Hotel California and The Long Run, are up for pre-order on the website. And I also put the ELO Eldorado one step up. It's been done on Super Vinyl, but this is going to be the double disc, 45 RPM, one step. I feel like the Mobile Fidelity stuff is coming at a little bit more of a brisk pace. Just this week I have 2 one steps to show you. So I got them up for pre-order on the website now. So yeah. All right. And like I just mentioned, this is the 33 Alan Parsons iRobot. Sounds fantastic. I listened to this earlier today. This is a killer sounding record. This is like the Michael Jackson Thriller where it's a single disc, 33 RPM, and it's done in a slipcase, just like Thriller. So far, this is the second 33 RPM title they have done. So yeah, 33 RPM of Alan Parsons. Let's set this over here. Make a little space. 33 RPM. Nice. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. This is, the self-titled The Couch album. This is a traditional one-step using the older box. Also at 45 RPM, pressed on Super Vinyl. Both titles are Super Vinyl, of course. But yeah, I've got both of those. They are shipping now. I just put this up for pre-order a couple of weeks ago, so I just got word that this was coming. Put it up for pre-order right away. But yeah, I've got the iRobot and we've got the Crosby, Stills, Nash self-titled. I also got a pretty good sizable restock from Mobile Fidelity. Some titles I haven't had in years, like this Simon Garfunkel, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. This is at 33. So this is a restock. KC and the Sunshine Band on the Silver Series. We've got Foreigner 4. Hall & Oates, Rock and Soul. I feel like this was like a $200 record about a year ago, awaiting a repress. Cyndi Lauper, True Colors. I believe this is out of print now. It looks like it's removed from Mobile Fidelity's website, or it's put in the sold out category. Not awaiting repress. Big Brother and the Holding Company with Janis Joplin's Cheap Thrills. This is the double disc 45 RPM. And the third B-52 album they did. You know, they did Self-Titled, they did Wild Planet, and they did Cosmic Thing with Love Shack. Okay, so that's the Mobile Fidelity new arrivals and restock. Let me show you this new box set as well. So this is a new 2, new 75, Tribute 1, Tribute 2, and a 36-page book. And there's a stencil. The stencil's actually, I think, the coolest thing. That stencil's cool. And some sample pages, some literature, it looks like. So, yeah. This is something I think the Europeans got quite a bit before us, but I've got it in stock. But, yeah. Okay. Duran Duran, they're starting to get to all of the 90 albums in the early 2000s, the stuff that's impossible to get and or never came out. But we've got the indie exclusive on red vinyl of Red Carpet Massacre, featuring Justin Timberlake. So, you know, you got that going for you. 2-disc set, indie red vinyl. And then, that's the same thing twice. Okay, this is also an indie exclusive of Astronaut. Indie exclusive, like Record Store Day titles, are only available to independent record stores. It's kind of a Record Store Day throughout the year that they've created. All That You Need Is Now. This is also a magenta vinyl indie exclusive. New from Blue Note. Yeah, no, this is the Detroit, what label is this? Detroit Jazz Festival. This is a candid title. This is Wayne Shorter. Live at the Detroit Jazz Festival. I wonder what year this was. I'll have to give that a listen to. We've got John Frusciante, Curtains. I felt like this was on a special colored vinyl, but I could be wrong. Check the website on this. Doesn't say on the, there is no hype sticker. Free Nationals. This is a 180 gram black vinyl. This actually, I think, is just a repress, but it kind of came out as a new arrival, you know, new to order. So I don't know what they did there. They might have just deleted it and then brought it back at a higher price. That's possible. Another John Frusciante, Enclosure. We have, this might be the first record I listened to. This just looks to me awesome. The Polyrhythmo Afro-Funk TP Orchestra on the Acid Jazz label, which most of the stuff on Acid Jazz's label is just awesome. So Volume 1, I'll give that a listen to. This is actually a pretty cool comp that was done by Music on Vinyl. So look at this, 80s 12-inch remixes. So it's essentially a lot of the 12-inch remixes from back in the day from the 80s bands. But The Cure, Was Not Was, Walk the Dinosaur, Don Was of Blue Note. It's That Was What Not Was. ABC, Billy Idol, Simple Minds, UB40, Huey Lewis and the News, Thompson Twins, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Tears for Fears, Spandau Ballet, Kim Wilde. Pretty solid comp. Double disc. Achtung Baby, U2. I think this is billed as a new pressing, but it's probably, again, I feel like they're pulling things from print and then bringing them back with a new higher price. That's just kind of what they're doing. Kiss, Destroyer. This is the 45th anniversary 2LP deluxe edition on black vinyl. Ah, yes, I've seen, so I saw them twice on this tour. This was fantastic. The Rolling Stones, A Bigger Bang, live on Copacabana Beach. I think I'm pretty sure this is out as a DVD. No, I'm thinking of Cuba. This, I haven't heard, this particular show, but this is a 3 LP set on multicolored vinyl. Includes 4 previously unreleased tracks from the 2006 Rio show. Incredible Rio show. This was a good time when I saw them. I saw them on the stage because they actually were selling tickets to fan club members to where you can actually buy a seat on the stage. So I sat on the stage at the Dodgers show, the LA Dodgers Stadium. And the week before that, it was the first concert at State Farm Stadium where the Cardinals play. I had front row tickets to that show. Front row tickets to that show was like 150 feet away from the stage. It was pretty bad. But seeing them in LA at Dodger Stadium on the stage, it was awesome. I got a restock of Pata, the El Duad, Alice Coltrane. It is quite possible that this thing is analog because a lot of these are going to be cut from analog tape if the analog tape exists. I've talked to some people in the industry. They think that the tape of this exists. If this is not all analog, either way, this sounds unbelievable, and I highly recommend this Alice Coltrane. It's been sounding like crazy. The originals of this, forget about it. They're $500 and they don't sound that good comparatively. All right, the Flying Burrito Brothers, self-titled. That Alice Coltrane, I'll tell you, if that was something that was billed as all analog, I'd have put it on my top 100 list because it is, for what it is, it's a really good title, musically. Jackpot of Hits. This is a various artist compilation. There's only 750 of these. This is number 611, Train to Soulville, Good Time Rock. Okay, what is this? The Pioneers, the Mellotones. This is a music on vinyl title in conjunction with Trojan. It's got an old Mills high-top slot machine on the front. Cool cover. Ah, some Sugar Ray. Floored. Music on vinyl. This is limited to 2,000 on green translucent vinyl. What is this? Has Fly on it. So, you know, there you go. Anybody ever watch the video of him berating the audience? I'm pretty sure this was Sugar Ray, wasn't it? Or no, maybe that was somebody else. I thought it was Sugar Ray. Actually, I saw them at halftime at a Cardinals game a year or two back playing. It sounded awful. All the halftime shows there do. But yeah, Todd Rundgren, Something. This is heavy tip-on jacket, thick cardboard. I'm almost positive this is the all-analog Chris Bellman cut. They did it for Record Store Day, and then I think they used the same metalwork from the Record Store Day a couple years ago. This is the 33, not the 45. They used the same metalwork from the colored vinyl. They essentially emulated the original promo, or one of the promos, which was like a blue and a red vinyl. And then shortly after that, using the same metalwork, it came out on black vinyl. Journey live in concert at Lollapalooza from 2021. Yeah. We've got Michael Puccini solo in Denmark on Storyville. This is from 1990. Ween. This is a triple disc live, 1990 to 1998. This has a 26-minute of Poop Ship Destroyer. So first ever U.S. pressing on brown vinyl. Triple like a trifold like the Who's Tommy. 3-disc set. I want to say this is on brown vinyl. Yeah, it says brown vinyl. Brown vinyl. King Crimson, Earthbound. This is newly cut from Masters, approved by Robert Fripp. We also have the 10th anniversary of Alabama Shakes, Boys and Girls. This is cloudy clear vinyl. Could something be cloudy and clear simultaneously? Is that a possibility? Doesn't seem like it would be. All right, next up. Toby Lou. The contents of this album are non-perishable. Listeners may experience an overwhelming sense of resilience upon listening. Okay. A little warning tag there as a hype sticker. Disclaimer. On clear vinyl. Milky clear vinyl. Okay, so another pretty cool comp from Music on Vinyl. This is the 80s. So it's like a greatest hits of the 80s. 2-disc set. Tears for Fears, More Was Not Was, Wang Chung, The Motels, Soft Cell, The Mission. I kind of like these because, you know, in all honesty, some of these bands, and I know I'll mention somebody like, for instance, Soft Cell, and I'll get a bunch of nasty comments below. Do you really want to listen to like a whole album of Soft Cell? Me personally, I think I'd listen to Tainted Love. But some of these bands from the 80s and other decades, you really only want to listen to a couple songs. So sometimes these comps are fun to listen to. Now, some bands in the 80s, many bands, I should say, in the 80s, made fantastic albums. But some bands made fantastic records, as in 7-inch single. But we've got the 80s. We've got the 60s. Leslie Gore, Sam Cooke, a little all over the place. Cat Stevens, Jimmy Cliff, The Byrds, Procol Harum, Cream, Buffalo Springfield. And then we've got the 70s. So 60s, 70s, and 80s they did. Donna Summer, J.J. Cale, Sparks, Helen Reddy, Ringo Starr, Al Stewart, Dr. John, Blue Oyster Cult. So these are pretty solid. But I like, sometimes I like these comps. Gets me listening to stuff that I don't ordinarily listen to as much because I don't want to listen to the whole album. My Morning Jacket, critical, deluxe edition 3 LP, let's see, plus a full LP of 10 unreleased demos. This is again a trifold. Really nice linen type cover with a spot gloss. Really nice. Nicely done. My Morning Jacket. They did a good job on this. Got a restock, some Tone Poets, some Tone Poets and Acoustic Sound Series stuff. Andrew Hill's Smokestack. All analog, cut by Kevin Gray from the original analog master tape. I got Nirvana Nevermind back. I wanted to mention to you guys, this is not the all analog Bernie Grudman cut. This is a recut. I haven't listened to it. I have no idea what it sounds like yet. But unfortunately, it seems like we are done with the all analog Bernie Grudman cut. It is disappointing. It was fantastic, but they used that for a decade. Probably got to the point where the metalwork was no longer usable and it had to be recut. So there's speculation that the master tape of this is destroyed. If it is, that Bernie Grudman cut is about as good as it's ever going to get as far as a reissue goes. It would be sad, but some people have said it exists. Some people have said that it doesn't. It went up in the fire. All right, Creed, My Own Prison. The smash hit multi-platinum breakthrough debut. An album that I personally can never hear again in my entire life, and I'd be happy because I was there when it came out and it just got played too much. And it was never really my thing anyways. But yeah. This looks pretty good. We've got The Beach Boys, Sail On Sailor, 1972. It's Holland and Carl and the Passion, So Tough. Also includes the EP from Holland and exclusive liner notes. So pretty cool. And then they did it as a box set, which has 5 LPs in the 7-inch EP. So what, original Mount Vernon. This is cool, so I'll probably get this. I love the Beach Boys. Truly the first concert I ever saw. First concert I ever saw that I chose was the Stones. First concert I ever saw because I was taken was the Beach Boys. And it was a great show. It's 93, 94. This includes the legendary concert from Carnegie Hall in 1972 with 4 additional bonus tracks. So you're getting an unreleased Beach Boys concert from 72. What are they doing on that concert? 72, Carnegie Hall. Yeah, doing some Pet Sound, doing everything from the stuff you'd expect them to hear, hero and villains. This looks like, yeah, this looks good. Let me get this. Sail on Sailor, 1972. Thievery Corporation, The Mirror of Conspiracy, 25th anniversary, remastered, 2 LP, a vinyl package. This is, doesn't say if it's on a special color. And we also have Thievery Corporation, Sounds from the Thievery Hi-Fi, 2 LP vinyl from their classic debut. We've got the used. This is the self-titled, limited to 5,000. So this is a indie exclusive with a bonus track, just a little. All right, Foo Fighters, One by One. Mastered by Bob Ludwig. Lacquer's cut by Chris Bellman. We've got Luke Combs. Growing Up. Growing Up, yeah. I read that funny because there's a space in the on my price tag. The Black Angels. Wilderness of Mirrors. 2 LP, this is on ocean blue and opaque red vinyl. Cool foil cover. The Yes. We've got Cool It Down on opaque yellow vinyl. Includes a download card. And some more holiday albums. Scott Weiland, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. This is limited to 3,000 on green colored vinyl. And also a holiday classic. The Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Christmas Eve and Other Stories. 25th Anniversary Edition. 2 LP set from Rhino. Let's see, a couple more. A few restocks on the back as well. Point North, Brand New Vision. Purple vinyl, includes a download card. We also have Kraftwerk. Colored vinyl, Computer World. Reasonably priced for a double. Not a lot of $20 doubles anymore. Yeah, that's a double. Sure feels like it. From the Culture Factory, The Buckinghams, Kind of a Drag. One-time pressing. Looks like it is on brownish color vinyl. Yellow and gold, they call it. Also, a couple of restocks. Actually, it's funny. It's a lot of John Coltrane. John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. All analog, cut by Ryan K. Smith, I believe. Fantastic. The whole series is killer, like must-haves. Ella and Louis Armstrong, restock. Fantastic sounding record as well. Kind of a classic. John Coltrane's A Love Supreme. One of the top 10, considered top 10 best jazz albums of all time. All analog. Another Coltrane title, Duke Ellington and John Coltrane on Impulse. I also got a restock of the newest Impulse series title, which is this Pharoah Sanders Karma. Sold out of it. I mean, it's the first time in a while I've sold out of one of these newer analog titles, but it sold extremely well. More, better selling than I think a lot of people anticipated. Kind of nice because I feel like we're going to get some more of these more avant-garde titles just because I think that was a sales success. It was for me anyways. I'd imagine that's the case for other people. So hopefully we get some more of that. Maybe we can get some of those other Impulse Alice Coltrane titles as Verve series titles. That'd be nice. All right, guys, check us out online at theingroove.com. Until next time.